Do we get a lost key?
So we have missing keys. He's stranded it in the truck stop next to the turnpike.
Oh.
So we've sent the VIN number to the vendor.
Okay.
And they send us this beautiful little alphanumeric code I'll have on this.
Okay.
Everything, but even without the machine, we'll come out here to our fancy code program. We'll tell it we're looking up a vehicle lock. And we're going to type in the little alphanumeric code they gave us. And we're going to search. They give us a million options. We know it's a Ford pickup truck. Usually, if you look, Ford reuses the same code and your cuts don't change very often. So everyone will have the same cuts. So yes, the manufacturer used the same cuts over and over and then just made the blank look a little different. Explorer's probably, there you go, 96 plus. And we're gonna print this off. We always try to give the customer an idea of how to replace their keys since they just paid good money to know that. Now while we wait for that to go in.
All right, so while it prints, we type in a code.
We're gonna come in, well, we gotta go back till it's Ford, not Chevy. So we're gonna go and we're gonna tell it we're cutting a Ford key. Ford truck, interesting. Just a Ford. It's gonna be an F-150 series. F-150. He had a 1997. And then those numbers should match our numbers. They use the same code series. We're going to input a code number. We're going to tell it what our code is. And we're going to search. And it's going to tell us how the key's cut. And then the paper we just printed out there has our key cut. How this key's cut.
All right,
and once I have that, I will find what key blank I need. Which I'm pretty sure I already know, but I got 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. So we agree between all our manufacturers. It's then going to tell me which chuck to use. It tells me to use the S1. I got S1 on here. And it's going to tell you a D underneath it. So then you're just going to look for your A, B, C, or D. And the grouch that no one ever cleans all the metal shavings off like they're supposed to. Quietly in your head. On a good day. On a bad day, the chisel takes hold and I get louder than I should. Come on to our fancy board, find our H section. We're looking for H75s, which I'm 90% sure. I'm confident enough I'm going to cut it before I like to live on the edge. You're going to come in, it's going to tell you how far deep you want to go. It tells us up to that first line right where that little hole is. It lies half the time. And finally, if I'm lucky, they actually put it where it goes, and I don't have to search. I put our tip up to that little line. Tighten our top one down. Tighten our side ones down. And put one in there again. Make sure you're good and tight.
And here comes the fun
and
part.
Then you hit the cut part. It's going to tell me to have my 1.5 on. We always have the 1.5 on the left, the 2 on the right. That tells me that they used the 2 last. I'm going to swap it to the 1.5 as asked for. I could tell it to go to the 2, but I just generally go with whatever they think's best. Tighten that in. When I hit the cut, it should warn me 2 was on the last time. If that tells me that, that means that I'm still in agreement with the boys. Yep, told me 2 was the last time.
Yep.
That means the boys are putting things back where I would think they did. Record the magic. toe cut sheets that they have at the
Cut button the second time.
And underneath cut button, you'll see there's what's called a cleanup cut. That just goes in, takes all the burrs off. We'll still run it over at brush afterwards, but this you're supposed to clean all your metal shavings off first, but not when it's doing it. We'll see if I made it mad, because this thing's picky. Picks up one metal shaving and I'll start all over. It'll breeze through real quick and just take one last skim off it.
And up it opens.